Canada is the second largest in the world and is a popular destination for expats and tourists alike. If you are planning to move to Canada, which area should you choose to settle down in? Let's talk about the best provinces to live in Canada. At the moment, the country is undergoing a massive drive to encourage more people to relocate to the country. The government aims to welcome just over 400,000 new permanent residents every year for the next 3 years. The government is doing its best to welcome expats with help getting visas, jobs, bank accounts, and more. With so many opportunities and such a fantastic quality of life, now is the perfect time to move to Canada. Now we discuss top 5 provinces for living in Canada. Number 5, Nova Scotia. If you're looking to get away from it all and relax in some tranquility, Nova Scotia is the best province for you. The East Coast province has low property prices, low cost of living, clean air, minimal crime, and lots of peace and quiet. For many people, it's a dream. Economically, fishing, trawling and hunting are the big employers here. It's not for everyone, but if you have a modest retirement fund or can work remotely, Nova Scotia is magnificent. Like Alberta, it's not the most fashionable, trendy province of them all, but it offers an ideal lifestyle for people who like the outdoors, doesn't want to live in a major city, and can deal with the cold winters. Winter can be challenging in rural areas, but the facilities exist to make it as easy as possible. Canadians know how to deal with the cold. Number 4, Alberta. In the center of Canada, you'll find 3 huge, flat provinces called the Prairie Provinces. Of these, Alberta is generally considered the better place to live. Because of its vast flat expanses, Alberta has a massive farming culture. Here you'll find harvest parties, cowboys, rodeos, concerts, and lots of locally grown food and drink. There's a real country feeling in Alberta, which is slightly elevated by the hugely popular city of Calgary. Calgary received vast amounts of funding when it hosted the Winter Olympics, and as such, it got excellent transport infrastructure and outstanding facilities. In particular, it's got some pretty fabulous sports facilities. Since it's close to the Rockies, it attracts many skiers in winter, and the surrounding countryside is basically a giant playground all year round. If you're looking for work outside of Calgary, it's mainly agricultural work that does pay well and comes with an entire community of support. Number 3, Quebec. Famously the French-speaking province in Canada, Quebec offers a very different lifestyle to the rest of the country. The main difference is, of course, the language. But if you speak French or are willing to learn, Quebec offers a distinctly dynamic way of life at a slightly slower pace. Winter in Quebec is long and cold, but there is much more open friendliness among neighbors because of this. When the weather is cold enough to kill, most people let go of petty arguments and help each other out, meaning even the big cities and towns feel like oversized villages. If you want culture, Quebec could be perfect for you. It's less culturally diverse than Ontario. Citizens in Quebec have excellent access to public and private schooling, healthcare, and there are some pretty strict rules regarding pollution to keep wildlife safe. Generally, life in Quebec is much cheaper than in other provinces, particularly regarding property prices. Even though some major international universities bring in plenty of students and families, the cost of living here is pretty low. Number 2, Ontario. Ontario is the most popular province for people moving to Canada. The province is home to almost 15 million people and is an economic powerhouse for Canada. Ontario's capital, Toronto, is considered one of the coolest cities in the country. It's a very diverse and lively place to live. Toronto's distinct neighborhoods attract young families, professionals, arty types, and all other kinds of expats from all over the globe. Toronto is often compared to New York for its blend of laid-back attitude, hard-working corporate areas, and a fun, all-night party vibe. It's pricey, but if you want to live in a major city, Toronto is the place to be. Each has an outstanding education system, including universities that attract internal students and excellent public transport and job opportunities. Ottawa, the capital city of Canada, is a great choice and competes with Toronto in popularity. Ontario offers a lot of employment opportunities. In fact, if you don't already have a job lined up, Ontario is an excellent place to start. Unemployment here is the lowest in the country. Outside of work, life in Ontario is pretty amazing. There are mountains for winter sports, lakes and beaches for the summer, forests, national parks, rivers, and more. Number 1. British Columbia. British Columbia, or BC as locals know it, is the westernmost province bordering the Pacific Ocean. It is one of the best provinces to live in Canada if you are after high quality of life and don't mind paying for it. Like most of Canada, life here is all about the outdoors. And since it has the mildest winter weather in the whole country, it is perfect for people who want to be outside but don't like the cold. Vancouver is the largest city and the place most people head to. And for a good reason. Vancouver is a beautiful city right on the water with mountains behind it. Vancouver can be a bit expensive in terms of house prices, but you'll find most corporate job opportunities here. It's a major metropolitan hub. You can find out more in our guide on the best places to live in Vancouver.